God is trying to warn you. He is begging you to hear Him. This is His last attempt. If you skip this, you will get into huge trouble. Don't scroll past. I am speaking to you with urgency because what is unfolding around you is not small or ordinary, and you cannot afford to treat it lightly. You are being warned because something is moving in your life that you do not fully see yet. And I am reaching out, so you do not walk into harm unprepared. If you stay with these words, you will understand what is coming and how to stand firm. But if you ignore this moment, you may miss a turning point that cannot easily be regained. I am not trying to frighten you without reason. I am trying to protect you before it is too late, because I see what you cannot yet see. Type in if you believe. I know how your heart has been feeling, how you have been distracted, tired, and sometimes unsure of which voice to follow. That is why I am speaking clearly now without delay. So you can recognize that this is not just another passing thought or random feeling. There is a shift happening around your path, and some things that seem harmless are not meant for you anymore. I am calling you back into awareness, back into alignment, because what you choose in this moment will shape what happens next in ways you may not expect. Do not take this lightly, because I am not repeating this again and again without reason. There are moments in life when a warning carries weight, and this is one of those moments where your attention matters more than ever. If these words touch something inside you, then listen closely and stay with me, because I am guiding you out of something that could harm your peace and your future. Take a moment right now to like this video, because your attention and action show that you are choosing to stay present and receive what is meant for you. You have been walking through situations where things felt confusing or uncertain, and you may have brushed them aside thinking they would resolve on their own. But I see deeper than what appears on the surface, and I know that some of these paths are not safe for you to continue. I am asking you to pause and reflect on where you are placing your trust and your energy. Not everything that feels easy is right. And not everything that looks good is meant to stay in your life. There are people, habits, and decisions that are quietly pulling you away from where you are meant to be. And you may not have noticed how far you have drifted. This is why I am calling you back now, before that distance grows too wide. I am not here to condemn you, but to correct your direction, so you do not lose what has been prepared for you. Everything I have covered across this channel is now in one place. The prayers, the teachings, the daily blessings, it is all inside the Daily Miracle Manual. Link in the description. Please know that every seed you plant in this mission grows into a torch that shines in someone else's darkness. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. But more than your support, we want your presence. When you head to our community through the link in the description or the pinned comment, you aren't just visiting a site, you are entering a community of like-minded believers. This is a sanctuary where you can post your prayer requests, lift up the burdens of others, and engage in daily discussions with a family that speaks the language of faith. Whether you are joining one of our membership tiers for deeper study, sowing a seed of faith, or simply joining our daily morning prayers, you are helping us build a global altar of worship. Heaven moves through willing voices, but it grows through a community that stands together. Each gift you give acts as living water for those in our community seeking healing and hope. Give and it will be given to you, is the promise that sustains our shared mission. I invite you now to step out of the shadows and into this circle of prayer. Come with purpose. Join the conversation and plant your seed in fertile ground. Let's open the heavens together. Release your seed today. Join our community and see what God brings back into your life. You are chosen, protected, and guided. But you must also choose to listen when I speak to you like this. Type 777 to receive blessings. You have been given signs before, small nudges that tried to guide you, but they were easy to overlook. This time is different because I am speaking with clarity. So there is no confusion about what you need to do. You must slow down and pay attention to what feels right in your spirit, not just what looks appealing on the outside. There is a difference between what feeds your soul and what drains it. And you are being called to recognize that difference. Now, do not let fear or pride keep you from hearing this truth, because both can cloud your judgment in quiet ways. I am guiding you toward safety, toward peace, and toward the life that was meant for you long before you felt lost or uncertain. You are not alone in this, even if it feels that way sometimes, because I am with you in every step you take. But you must choose to walk in the direction I am showing you instead of following what feels comfortable in the moment. There is something ahead that requires your attention and your awareness, and you cannot reach it if you remain distracted or unaware. I am preparing you for what is coming so that you can stand strong instead of being caught off guard. This is not about taking something away from you, but about protecting what matters most in your life. When you listen and respond, you move closer to the path that leads to growth, peace, and purpose. You may feel a sense of urgency in your heart right now. And that is not by accident. That feeling is there to wake you up, to remind you that this moment is important and should not be ignored. I am reaching out to you because I care about what happens to you, and I do not want you to walk into trouble when you have been given a chance to avoid it. Stay present, stay aware, and keep your focus on what is being revealed to you right now. That feeling is not confusion. It is a signal, and I am the one placing it within you so you can recognize what must change. If you ignore it, it will not disappear. It will only grow stronger until it demands your attention. There are paths in front of you right now that seem harmless, but they are leading you away from peace and into deeper trouble. You may not see the consequences immediately. And that is why it is dangerous, because what grows slowly can become difficult to stop later. I am warning you now so you can step away while you still have control over your direction. You are not trapped, but you must choose to turn before the situation becomes heavier than you can carry. Type yes to affirm. You have been trying to hold everything together on your own strength, thinking that you can manage whatever comes your way. But there are things that require more than your effort. They require your awareness and your willingness to listen when I guide you. I am not asking you to fear what is coming. I am asking you to prepare your heart and mind so you are not caught off guard. Strength comes from alignment, not from ignoring what needs your attention. Why are so many claiming this CIA ritual changed their life in just 7 seconds? This leaked CIA ritual is the real deal, and it's potent. A 7-second brainwave hack backed by 4 neuroscience labs is helping regular people leap from broke to abundant. Dream homes, cars, trips, it's all within reach. But this video could disappear anytime from the internet. So click the link in the description and comments now to see it before it's gone forever. Look closely at the patterns in your life, because they are revealing something important that you cannot afford to miss. The same struggles returning again and again are not random. They are signs that something deeper needs to change. I am pointing this out so you can break the cycle instead of repeating it without understanding why. You have the ability to shift your path, but only if you recognize what is holding you back. There are voices around you that may try to pull you in directions that do not serve you, and they may sound convincing or familiar. Not every voice deserves your trust. And not every influence is meant to guide you forward. I am asking you to become more aware of what you are allowing into your thoughts and decisions. Protect your mind and your spirit, because what you allow in will shape what you become. Type 1111 if you walk by faith. You may have felt moments where something inside you told you to stop, to wait, or to turn away, and you ignored it because it seemed easier to continue. That inner voice was not random. It was guidance meant to keep you safe and aligned. I am reminding you now so you can begin to trust that voice again instead of pushing it aside. When you listen, you will begin to notice how clearly you are being led. There is also something that you have been holding on to that is no longer meant to stay in your life. It may be a habit, a situation, or even a connection that once felt right but now feels heavy. I am asking you to release it, not because you are losing something valuable, but because you are making space for something better. Holding on to what no longer serves you will only delay what is meant to come into your life. You are not being left alone in this process, even if it feels uncomfortable or uncertain. The complete guide, every daily prayer, every spiritual tool, everything I've put together to help you grow your faith is down in the description. It's called the Daily Miracle Manual. Now, stay right here with me, because as this awakening grows inside, you know that helping with this mission is not a joke. It is a sign from God. You can support this work through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, by doing so, you become part of Jesus' plan to save souls who are still stuck in fog. Every seed turns into light that fights against darkness. If you water others, you will be watered yourself. Jesus says, this is not history. It is a living promise about your future. Come into this moment with faith and a plan. What God has already planned for your life can be unlocked through your giving. I am guiding you through each step, even when the path ahead is not fully visible to you. Trust is built in moments like this, when you choose to move forward without having all the answers. You are learning to rely on something deeper than what you can see. And that is where your strength truly grows. There is a reason this moment feels different from others, and it is because it carries a weight that cannot be ignored. You are being given a chance to correct your path before it leads you somewhere you do not want to be. Do not wait for things to fall apart before you decide to change direction. The time to act is now. While you still have clarity and the ability to choose wisely, you have a future that is being protected. And that protection is why you are hearing these words right now. I am not trying to take away your freedom. I am trying to preserve what is meant for you. Every warning is an act of care, even if it feels intense or urgent in the moment. I would not speak like this if it did not matter deeply for your life and your path. There are blessings ahead that require you to be in the right place at the right time, and you cannot reach them if you are walking in the wrong direction. Alignment matters more than effort, and you are being called to adjust your course so you can receive what is prepared for you. Do not let distractions pull you away from what truly matters. Stay focused on what you are being shown, even if it requires you to let go of what feels familiar. You may feel resistance rising within you. A part of you that wants to ignore this and continue as you were. That resistance is natural. But it is not the part of you that should lead your decisions. Listen instead to the deeper awareness that is guiding you right now. That is where truth lies, and that is where your safety is found. The choices you make after hearing this will shape what comes next in your life. You are not powerless, and you are not without guidance. But you must act on what you are being shown. Do not delay. Do not hesitate and do not convince yourself that this can wait. What you do now will either protect your path or make it harder than it needs to be. I see the paths before you more clearly than you do. And I am guiding you away from what could quietly bring harm into your life. If you continue to ignore what you are being shown, the weight of that choice will grow. And I do not want you to carry that burden. There are decisions you have been delaying, thinking you still have time. But time is not as wide as you believe in this situation. Delay can sometimes be as dangerous as making the wrong move because it allows things to continue in a direction that is not right for you. I am asking you to face what you already sense instead of turning away from it. You do not need to have every answer, but you do need to take the step that is clear to you right now. Type 222. If you trust God, look at the way certain things have been unfolding around you. The repeated signs, the small discomforts, the moments when something felt off, but you moved forward anyway. These are not accidents. They are signals trying to reach you before something grows beyond your control. I am bringing your attention back to them now so you can see the pattern instead of treating each moment as separate. When you understand the pattern, you will understand why I am speaking to you with such urgency. You may feel like you are being asked to let go of something that once meant a lot to you. And that is not an easy thing to accept. But I want you to understand that not everything that was once right will remain right forever. Growth requires change, and change sometimes requires release. I am not taking something from you without purpose. I am moving you towards something that fits who you are becoming. Type 1 tend to claim miracles. There is also something you have been ignoring within yourself. A truth you have been avoiding because it feels uncomfortable to face. That truth is important because it is connected to the direction you need to take next. I am not exposing it to shame you, but to free you from what is holding you back. When you face it honestly, you will begin to feel a shift in your strength and clarity. What's really behind the 7-second brain technique that's making headlines and new millionaires? A stunning CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second brain ritual that's helping normal people wipe out debt and attract serious wealth. With proof from 4 neuroscience labs, this at-home method is turning financial stress into dream living. Homes, cars, vacations, it's all happening. But the government could take this down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have been surrounded by distractions that keep your mind busy, but do not bring you closer to where you are meant to be. These distractions can feel harmless, even necessary, but they are quietly pulling your focus away from what truly matters. I am asking you to become more aware of where your time and energy are going. What you focus on grows, and right now your focus needs to be aligned with your purpose. There is a protection over your life that you may not always see, but it is present in the moments when things do not go as you expected. What feels like a delay or a closed door is often a redirection that keeps you from stepping into something harmful. I am reminding you of this so you do not lose faith when things do not unfold the way you planned. Trust that what is being withheld from you is not meant to harm you, but to guide you. You are being prepared for something that requires a stronger version of you, one that is more aware, more grounded, and more aligned. This preparation is not always comfortable because it asks you to grow beyond your current habits and ways of thinking. But it is necessary because what is coming cannot be handled by the version of you that remains unaware. I am shaping you for what lies ahead, even in ways you do not fully understand yet. There is also a need for you to protect your peace more carefully than you have been doing. Not every situation deserves your energy, and not every person deserves your attention. I am guiding you to become more selective, not out of fear but out of wisdom. When you protect your peace, you create space for clarity and strength to grow. You may feel a pull to return to something familiar, something that once felt safe or comforting. But I want you to understand that returning to what no longer serves you will not bring you the peace you are looking for. It may feel easier in the moment, but it will only lead you back into the same cycle you have been trying to break. I am calling you forward, not backward. Because your future cannot be built on what you have already outgrown. There is a shift happening within you. Even if you cannot fully explain it yet, you are becoming more aware, more sensitive to what is right and what is not. This is not weakness. It is growth, and it is something you need to embrace instead of resisting. The more you listen to that inner awareness, the clearer your path will become. You are not alone in this process. Even when it feels like you are the only one who understands what you are going through. I am with you in every step, guiding you quietly. Even in moments when you feel uncertain, trust that you are being led even when the path ahead is not fully visible. Your trust is what allows you to move forward without fear taking control. There is something ahead that requires your attention and your readiness. And you cannot meet it if you remain distracted or unaware. I am preparing you so that when that moment arrives, you will recognize it and respond with clarity instead of confusion. This is why I am asking you to stay focused and aware. Right now, what you do in this moment is shaping how you will meet what comes next. You are being given a chance to choose a different path, one that leads to peace, strength, and purpose. Do not take this chance lightly, because not every moment offers this level of clarity. You are being guided with intention, and that guidance is meant to protect you and lead you forward. Stay with these words. Hold on to them and let them shape your next steps. There is a precise reason you are hearing this now at this exact time. Because something in your life is approaching a point where a decision will shape everything that follows. I am asking you to stay attentive, because what seems small right now is carrying consequences that stretch far beyond this moment. There is something you have been tolerating that is slowly draining your strength, and you have been telling yourself that it is manageable. But I see how it is affecting you beneath the surface. How it is pulling your focus, your peace, and your energy away from what truly matters. I am asking you to recognize it for what it is instead of minimizing its impact. What you allow to remain in your life will continue to influence you whether you acknowledge it or not. Type 333 to receive guidance. You may feel a pull to keep things as they are because change feels uncertain, and uncertainty can feel uncomfortable. But staying where you are is not neutral. It is a decision in itself, and it carries its own outcome. I am guiding you to move, to shift, to take a step that may feel difficult but is necessary. Growth does not happen when everything stays the same. It happens when you respond to what you are being shown. There is also a truth about yourself that you have been avoiding. Something that requires honesty and courage to face. You may have pushed it aside because it challenges the way you see things or the way you have been living. But I am bringing it forward now because it holds the key to your next step. When you face it without fear, you will begin to see your situation with clarity instead of confusion. Type 888. If you believe you have been given moments where you felt a quiet sense of knowing, a feeling that something was not aligned or that something needed to change. That feeling is not random. It is guidance trying to reach you in a way that you can understand. I am asking you to trust that feeling instead of dismissing it. It is leading you away from what could harm you and toward what will strengthen you. Is it finally time to try the same CIA secret ritual that's changing lives in seconds? This newly leaked CIA-backed study reveals a 7-second money ritual transforming lives overnight. Scientifically validated by 4 neuroscience labs. It rewires your mind to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now enjoying luxury homes, new cars, and exotic travel. But this secret won't be online much longer. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently removed. There are influences around you that may appear supportive but are quietly pulling you away from your purpose. Not every connection is meant to stay, and not every influence is meant to guide you forward. I am asking you to look carefully at who and what is shaping your thoughts and your decisions. When you become aware of this, you will begin to see what needs to change. You are being prepared for something that requires clarity, focus, and strength. And that preparation is happening right now. It may not feel like preparation because it is asking you to let go, to shift, and to become more aware. But this is how you are being shaped for what is ahead. What you are going through is not random. It is part of the process that is leading you forward. There is also a need for you to become more disciplined in how you use your time and your energy. You have been giving too much attention to things that do not move you forward, and it is holding you back in ways you may not fully see. I am asking you to be more intentional, to choose what truly matters instead of what simply fills your time. When you do this, you will begin to feel a shift in your clarity and your strength. You may feel like you are being asked to leave behind something that once felt important and that can be difficult to accept. But I want you to understand that not everything that was once right will continue to be right for you. You are growing, and growth requires change. Even when that change feels uncomfortable, I am guiding you to release what no longer fits. So you can step into what does. There is a protection over your life that is working in ways you do not always see. When something does not go the way you expected, it is not always a loss. It is often a redirection. I am reminding you of this so you do not lose faith when things shift unexpectedly. What feels like a setback can be a safeguard keeping you from something that would have caused harm. You are not meant to walk through this moment without awareness, and that is why I am speaking to you with such clarity. I want you to see what is happening so you can respond with intention instead of reaction. When you act with awareness, you protect your path and your future. This is not about fear. It is about wisdom and preparation. There is something ahead that requires your attention, and you will recognize it if you stay aligned and aware. But if you remain distracted or uncertain, you may miss it or respond in a way that leads you away from it. I am preparing you so that when that moment comes, you will be ready. Stay focused on what you are being shown now, because it is shaping how you will meet what is coming. You have a choice in this moment. A choice to listen and adjust your path, or to continue as you have been. That choice will determine what unfolds next in your life. I am not forcing you, but I am guiding you because I care about where you are going. You are not alone in this, even when it feels that way. There is strength within you that you have not fully used yet, and it is being called forward now. That strength comes from your willingness to face what is true and to act on it. You are capable of making the changes that are needed even if they feel difficult at first. Trust that you are being guided for a reason, and that reason is connected to something greater than what you see right now. I am still speaking because you have not reached the end of what you need to understand. And what I am revealing to you must settle deep within your heart, not just pass through your mind. You are in a moment where awareness is your greatest protection. And ignoring what is being shown to you will only make things harder later. I see what is forming ahead and I am reaching you now so you can move with wisdom instead of reacting in confusion. This is not about fear. It is about awakening because you are being called to step into clarity before something grows beyond your control. There is something in your life that has been quietly taking more from you than it gives, and you have been tolerating it because it feels familiar. Familiar does not always mean safe, and comfort does not always mean right. I am asking you to look at it honestly without excuses or avoidance. When you see it clearly, you will understand why I am urging you to make a change now instead of later. Type 444. If you trust the process, you have been trying to carry things that were never meant for you to hold for this long, and it has been weighing on your spirit more than you admit. I'm not asking you to be stronger in carrying it. I am asking you to release it. What you release now will free you for what is ahead. And what you hold on to will only slow you down. Let go of what is draining you so you can move forward with clarity and strength. There are also moments where you have ignored your own inner knowing because it did not align with what you wanted at the time. That inner knowing is not against you. It is guiding you even when it feels uncomfortable. I am reminding you to trust it again because it is one of the ways I speak to you most clearly. When you listen to it, you begin to walk in alignment instead of confusion. Type 999 to affirm your path. You are being prepared for something that requires your full attention, and your full presence, and distractions are one of the biggest things standing in your way. Not all distractions look negative. Some appear harmless or even productive, but they are still pulling you away from what matters most. I am asking you to take control of your focus and choose where your energy goes. What you focus on now will determine how ready you are for what is coming. Why is the government working so hard to bury this 7-second brain ritual? A stunning CIA leak has just exposed a 7-second brain ritual now allowing regular people to clear debt and invite unstoppable wealth. Supported by 4 neuroscience labs, this easy at-home method is transforming financial struggles into dream lifestyles. New homes, vehicles, vacations, it's all becoming possible. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. If you want the full guide with every prayer and lesson I've compiled for this community, check the description for the Daily Miracle Manual. You are about to enter your divine future, but remember, this breakthrough is not for you alone. Your testimony is the bridge someone else will use to reach their own miracle. Archangel Michael is inviting you to visit community through the link in the description or the pinned comment. Whether by buying a coffee, making a donation, or becoming a member of our community, does not go to a channel. Your actions are supporting a divine mission to save lost souls. By joining our like-minded community, you are no longer praying in isolation. You are adding your voice to a global sanctuary where we discuss the Word daily and stand in the gap for one another. This is not poetry. When Jesus says, "Give and heaven will open over you." On this platform, every seed you plant turns into oil for your destiny, fire for your calling, and a hedge of safety for your family. Now is your time. Step into our community prayer wall. Share your heart. And as you give, watch God multiply what you let go of. Let's finish this journey together. Visit our community now. Join the family and see your heavens open. There is a shift happening within you, even if you cannot fully explain it yet. You are becoming more aware of what feels right and what does not, more sensitive to what aligns with your spirit. This is not something to ignore. It is something to develop. The more you pay attention to it, the clearer your direction will become. You may feel resistance when you think about making certain changes, and that resistance can come from fear, habit, or attachment. But resistance does not always mean you should stop. Sometimes it means you are moving in the right direction. I am asking you to move through it instead of stepping back. Growth often feels uncomfortable before it becomes natural. There are people and situations that no longer match where you are going, and holding on to them will only create tension in your path. This does not mean you must act with anger or rejection, but with clarity and peace. You can release what no longer fits without losing yourself. I am guiding you to choose what supports your growth, not what holds you in place. You have also been underestimating your own strength, thinking you are not ready to make certain decisions or take certain steps. But you are more prepared than you believe. And I would not be calling you forward if you were not ready. Trust that you have what you need to move ahead even if it feels uncertain. Confidence grows through action, not waiting. There is a protection around you that has kept you from situations that could have caused harm. Even when you did not realize it, when something did not work out, it was not always a loss. It was often a shield. I want you to remember this so you do not lose trust when things shift unexpectedly. What is meant for you will not require you to force it or lose your peace. You are being guided to become more intentional in your choices, more aware of what you allow into your life. This is not about controlling everything. It is about being conscious of what influences you. When you make choices with awareness, you protect your future. This is why I am speaking to you now, so you can move with clarity instead of confusion. There is something ahead that will require you to act quickly and wisely, and you will only recognize it if you are paying attention. I am preparing you for that moment so you do not hesitate or doubt yourself when it comes. Stay aligned with what you are being shown now, because it is shaping your response to what is coming. You are being positioned even if you cannot see the full picture yet. You have been given this moment as a chance to shift your path. To step into something that brings peace instead of struggle. Do not ignore it. Do not delay. And do not convince yourself that it is not important. What you do now will echo into what comes next. You are not alone, and you are not without guidance. There is a quiet shift that has already begun, and you may have noticed it in the way things feel different even if they look the same. This is how change often begins, not loudly but subtly. So only those who are paying attention will recognize it. I am asking you to be one of those who recognize it, because awareness is what will protect you. Now, if you move forward without awareness, you may step into something that could have been avoided. Type 555. If you believe in divine timing, you have been trying to balance too many things at once, giving your attention to places that do not return the same care or value. This has been slowly draining your clarity and your strength, even if you have not fully admitted it to yourself. I am asking you to simplify, to step back, and to focus on what truly matters. When you remove what is unnecessary, you create space for what is meant to grow in your life. There are also thoughts that have been repeating in your mind, and not all of them are serving you. Some of them are rooted in doubt, fear, or past experiences that no longer define who you are becoming. I am asking you to become aware of these thoughts and to challenge them instead of accepting them as truth. Your mind shapes your direction, and right now it needs to be aligned with truth instead of fear. Type 6 at 66 to claim protection. You may have been holding on to certain expectations, believing that things should happen in a specific way or within a certain time. But I want you to understand that not everything will unfold according to your plan, and that does not mean it is going wrong. Sometimes what feels like a delay is actually protection keeping you from stepping into something before you are ready. Trust that what is being held back is not meant to harm you but to prepare you. There is also a need for you to become more honest with yourself about what you truly want and what you truly need. You may have been settling for less because it feels easier or more familiar. But I am calling you to raise your standard to align with what truly reflects your worth and your purpose. You are not meant to live in compromise when something greater is available to you. You have been given signs before and some of them were clear, but you chose to overlook them because they required change. This time I am speaking more directly so you cannot miss what is being shown to you. I am not trying to overwhelm you but to bring clarity where there has been confusion. When you understand clearly, you can act with confidence instead of hesitation. There are connections in your life that need to be reevaluated. Not out of judgment, but out of awareness. Not every connection is meant to stay as it is. And some may need distance or change. I am guiding you to protect your energy and your peace because what you allow around you will shape your path. Choose wisely who and what you give your attention to. You may feel uncertain about making certain decisions, wondering if you are ready or if you are making the right choice. But I want you to understand that clarity often comes through action, not before it. You do not need to have everything figured out to take a step forward. Trust that as you move, more will be revealed to you. Do you know why everyone's whispering about this 7-second CA ritual? A brainwave ritual leaked from the CIA is changing lives across the globe. Proven by neuroscience, this 7-second method helps regular people attract money, freedom, and luxury. If you're seeing this, you're very lucky. The page might disappear any moment. Click the link in the description and comments to know this secret before it's deleted forever. There is a part of you that already knows what needs to change. Even if you have been avoiding it, that knowing is not there to pressure you, but to guide you. I am asking you to stop ignoring it and to start listening to it with honesty. When you do, you will begin to feel a sense of direction that replaces the confusion you have been carrying. You are also being called to strengthen your discipline, especially in the areas where you have been inconsistent. Consistency is what builds strength, and strength is what will carry you through what is ahead. I am not asking for perfection but for commitment. When you commit to what matters, you begin to see progress that was not visible before. There is something ahead that will require you to be focused and aware, and you will only recognize it if you are not distracted. I am preparing you for that moment now, so you are ready when it arrives. Stay present, stay aware, and do not let your attention drift into things that do not matter. What is coming is important, and you are being positioned to meet it with clarity. You have been protected in ways you may not even realize, and that protection is still over you now. When something did not work out, it was not always a loss. It was often a form of guidance. I want you to remember this so you do not lose trust when things shift. Trust that you are being led even when you do not understand everything. This is your moment to choose awareness over distraction, clarity over confusion, and purpose over comfort. I am speaking to you because I care about where you are going and what you are becoming. You are not alone and you are not without guidance. Stay with these words. Let them guide you and move forward with the understanding that you are being led into something greater than what you have known before. I am not trying to overwhelm you but to awaken you. Because awareness is what will keep you steady when things begin to shift more clearly around you. If you remain present and attentive, you will see how everything I am showing you is meant to protect and guide you. There is something you have been allowing into your life that does not belong in the future. you are moving toward. It may not seem harmful at first, and that is why it has remained unnoticed for so long. But what is subtle can still be powerful, especially when it continues over time without being addressed. I am asking you to look closely and recognize what is quietly pulling you away from your purpose. Type 11 to affirm clarity. You have been trying to adjust around certain situations instead of addressing them directly, and that has created a slow imbalance within you. When you keep adjusting without correcting, you begin to lose your center. I am guiding you now to stop bending around what is not right and to stand in truth instead. What you face with honesty will begin to lose its hold over you. There is also a pattern in your life that you have not fully broken yet. Even though you have recognized it before, it keeps returning in different forms because the root of it has not been addressed. I am bringing your attention back to it so you can finally move beyond it instead of repeating it. When you deal with the root, the pattern will no longer have power over you. Type 1212. If you trust in Jesus, you may feel a sense of hesitation when it comes to making certain changes. And that hesitation often comes from fear of the unknown. But I want you to understand that staying where you are is not safer. It only feels familiar. Familiarity can keep you stuck if you allow it to guide your choices. I am calling you forward into something that may feel uncertain, but it is aligned with where you are meant to go. There are also moments where you have doubted your ability to handle what is ahead, and that doubt has held you back from taking action. But you are not being asked to do this alone, and you are not lacking what you need. I have placed strength within you that you have not fully used yet. When you begin to trust that strength, you will see that you are more capable than you believed. You have been given opportunities to step away from what is not right. And sometimes you have taken them, but other times you have stayed longer than you should have. I am reminding you now that timing matters, and staying too long can create unnecessary struggle. When you feel the nudge to move, it is there for a reason. Responding at the right time can prevent greater difficulty later. There is a need for you to become more aware of how you are using your energy, because not everything deserves your attention. You have been giving too much to things that do not build you, and it has been leaving you with less for what truly matters. I am guiding you to redirect your focus so that your energy supports your growth instead of draining it. What you invest your energy into will shape your path. You may also feel a pull towards something that once brought you comfort, but that no longer aligns with who you are becoming. Returning to it may feel easy, but it will not bring the peace you are looking for. I am asking you to resist that pull and to continue moving forward instead. Growth requires leaving behind what you have outgrown. There is a shift happening not just around you but within you, and it is preparing you for something greater. This shift is changing how you see things, how you respond, and how you make decisions. It may feel unfamiliar, but it is necessary for where you are going. Embrace it instead of resisting it, because it is leading you toward clarity and strength. What if a quick 7-second brain ritual could truly wipe out your debt and fill your life with unstoppable abundance? A shocking CIA leak has just revealed a 7-second ritual now helping ordinary people clear debt and attract unlimited wealth. Verified by 4 top neuroscience labs, this easy-at-home method is turning financial problems into dream lifestyles, new homes, cars, vacations. It's all happening for real people. But the government might pull this secret any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it's deleted forever. You have been protected in ways you have not always recognized, and that protection is still active in your life. When something did not go as you planned, it was often because you were being guided away from something that was not meant for you. I want you to remember this so you do not lose trust when things change unexpectedly. What is meant for you will come in the right way and at the right time. There is something ahead that will require you to act with clarity and confidence, and you will only be ready if you are paying attention now. I am preparing you for that moment by guiding you through this one. Stay aware of what you are feeling, what you are seeing, and what you are being led to do. These are all pieces of the preparation that is taking place. You are not without direction even when it feels like things are uncertain. There is a path being revealed to you step by step, and you are being guided along it. Trust that you are not alone in this process even when it feels that way. I am with you, leading you through each moment with purpose. I am still speaking because there is a deeper layer you have not fully seen. And I will not leave you halfway when your understanding must become clear and steady. You are closer than you think to a turning point. And what you choose now will echo into the days ahead in ways that cannot be undone easily. I am not bringing these words to confuse you, but to bring light into places where you have been uncertain. When you see clearly, you will not walk blindly, and that is what will keep you protected. There is something in your life that has been asking for your attention again and again, but you have been postponing your response. You may have told yourself that you will deal with it later, that it is not urgent, or that it will resolve on its own. But I am telling you now that this is not something to delay any longer. Ignoring it will not make it disappear. It will only allow it to grow into something heavier. Type 1313 to receive strength. You have been given moments of clarity before, but you allowed distractions or emotions to pull you away from acting on them. This time I am asking you to hold on to what you are being shown and not let it slip away. What you do with this clarity will determine whether you move forward or remain in the same cycle. You are not meant to stay where you have been struggling. There is also a need for you to become more aware of your surroundings, not just physically but emotionally and spiritually. What is influencing you is not always obvious, and that is why awareness matters. I am guiding you to pay attention to what feels right and what does not, even in small moments. Those small moments are where direction is often decided. Type 144 to affirm protection. You may feel like you are being asked to step away from something that once felt important or meaningful. That feeling can create resistance because letting go is not always easy. But I want you to understand that holding on to what no longer aligns with you will only keep you from moving forward. Release is not loss when it leads to growth. There are also patterns in your thinking that need to be addressed because they are shaping your actions in ways you may not fully realize. Thoughts that are rooted in fear, doubt, or past pain can limit your ability to see clearly. I am asking you to challenge those thoughts and replace them with truth. When your thinking changes, your direction will follow. You have been trying to control outcomes in ways that are not serving you. Holding tightly to how you think things should happen, but control can create tension, and tension can block clarity. I am guiding you to trust more, to release the need to force things and to allow guidance to lead you. When you trust, you create space for things to unfold in the right way. There is a preparation taking place within you that you may not fully understand yet. You are being shaped into someone who can handle what is ahead with strength and wisdom. This preparation is not always comfortable because it asks you to grow beyond what you are used to. But it is necessary because what is coming requires a stronger version of you. You may feel moments of doubt, wondering if you are truly capable of making the changes that are needed. But I am reminding you that you are not lacking what you need. The strength you require is already within you, and it will become more visible as you begin to act. Confidence grows when you take steps forward, not when you wait. There are also influences around you that may seem harmless but are quietly pulling you away from your focus. Not everything deserves your attention and not everything is meant to stay in your life. I am asking you to become more selective about what you allow to shape your thoughts and your time. What you allow in will shape what you become. You have been protected in ways that you have not always recognized. And that protection is still active now. When something did not work out as you expected, it was often because you were being guided away from something that was not right for you. I want you to hold on to this understanding so you do not lose trust when things change. What is meant for you will not require you to lose your peace. There is something ahead that will require your full attention and you will only recognize it if you are present and aware. I am preparing you now so that when that moment comes, you will respond with clarity instead of hesitation. Stay aligned with what you are being shown because it is shaping how you will meet what is coming. You are being positioned even if you cannot see the full picture yet. Could a CIA-leaked brainwave ritual be the fastest shortcut to a life of luxury? Newly released CIA research has just exposed a jaw-dropping brainwave technique that's letting everyday people attract massive wealth almost instantly. This 7-second home ritual proven by 4 neuroscience labs is transforming debt into dream houses, cars, and luxury getaways. If you're reading this, consider yourself lucky. The page could be taken down anytime. Click the link in the description and comments to unlock the secret before it's gone forever. You are not meant to remain where you are if it is no longer aligned with your growth. Movement is necessary and that movement begins with awareness and action. I am calling you to step forward even if it feels uncertain because staying where you are will not bring the change you seek. Trust that you are being guided in the right direction. There is something you have been holding on to that feels familiar, even comforting at times, but it is quietly pulling you away from your path. You may not have recognized how much it has been affecting you because it has been present for so long. But I am bringing it into your awareness now so you can see it clearly and decide what to do. What you choose to keep will shape what you carry into your future. Type 1515 to claim direction. You have been given signs before, small moments where you felt something was not aligned, but you chose to move forward anyway. That does not mean you have failed. It means you are now being given another chance to respond differently. I am asking you to pay attention this time because the opportunity to adjust your path is still in your hands. What you do now can change what happens next. There is also a need for you to slow down because you have been moving too quickly in some areas without fully considering the direction you are heading. Speed without clarity can lead you into places you do not want to be. I am guiding you to pause, to reflect, and to move with intention instead of impulse. When you slow down, you will begin to see what you could not see before. Type 1616. If you trust divine guidance, you may feel like you are being asked to step into something that is uncertain and that uncertainty can create hesitation. But I want you to understand that uncertainty is not always a sign to stop. It is often a sign to trust more deeply. You are not being led into something without support. You are being guided with purpose. Trust that you are not alone in what you are facing. There are also patterns in your life that have repeated because they have not yet been fully understood. You may have seen them before, but you have not taken the step to break them. I am bringing them back into your awareness so you can finally move beyond them. When you break a pattern, you open the door to a different outcome. You have been trying to manage everything on your own, relying on your own strength even when it feels overwhelming. But you are not meant to carry everything alone and you do not have to. I am here guiding you, supporting you even in moments when you feel uncertain. When you allow yourself to trust that you will begin to feel a sense of relief and clarity, there is also something within you that you have been ignoring. A quiet knowing that has been trying to guide you. You may have dismissed it because it did not align with what you wanted at the time. But that knowing is still there and it is still guiding you. Now I am asking you to listen to it because it is connected to the direction you need to take. You have been surrounded by distractions that have taken your focus away from what truly matters. These distractions may seem harmless, but they are pulling your attention away from what is important. I am guiding you to refocus, to bring your attention back to what aligns with your purpose. What you focus on now will shape your path forward. There is a protection over your life that has kept you from situations that could have caused harm. When something did not go as you planned, it was often because you were being guided away from something that was not meant for you. I want you to remember this so you do not lose trust when things change unexpectedly. What is meant for you will come in the right way and at the right time. You may feel resistance when you think about making certain changes, and that resistance can come from fear or attachment. But resistance does not always mean you should stop. Sometimes it means you are moving in the right direction. I am asking you to move through it instead of stepping back. Growth often requires you to go beyond what feels comfortable. There is something ahead that will require your attention and your readiness, and you will only recognize it if you are paying attention now. I am preparing you for that moment so you can respond with clarity instead of confusion. Stay aligned with what you are being shown because it is shaping how you will meet what is coming. You are being positioned for something important. You are not without direction even when it feels uncertain. There is a path being revealed to you step by step, and you are being guided along it. Trust that you are not alone in this process even when it feels that way. I am with you, leading you through each moment with purpose. This is your opportunity to choose awareness over distraction, clarity over confusion, and growth over comfort. Do not ignore it because moments like this are not endless. What you choose now will shape what comes next in your life. Stay present, stay focused, and allow these words to guide you into the protection and direction that you need. You have been placing your trust in places that do not fully support your growth, and that has been affecting your direction in ways you may not have noticed. Not everything that feels familiar is safe, and not everything that seems right on the surface is aligned with your purpose. I am guiding you to look deeper, to see beyond appearances, and to choose what truly supports your path. When you make choices with awareness, you protect your future. Is it really possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial struggle into overnight wealth? This leaked CIA-backed study uncovers a 7-second money ritual that's changing lives right now. Endorsed by 4 neuroscience labs, it reprograms your brain to attract money like a magnet. People once broke are now living their dream lives. Luxury homes, new vehicles, exotic travel. But this secret won't stay online long. Click the description and comments now to access it before it's permanently deleted. There are also moments where you have acted out of habit instead of intention. Repeating patterns that you have not fully broken yet. These patterns can keep you moving in circles. If you do not recognize them, I am bringing them into your awareness so you can make a different choice this time. When you choose differently, you begin to create a new direction for your life. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. You are being invited into a protected, faith-filled community at the link in the description and pinned comment. A place where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise built on the Word. By heading to the site right now, you are unlocking access to a sacred community of like-minded believers. When you join our membership tiers, you gain immediate entry to powerful content, daily devotions, and divine insights that are hidden from the world. This is your chance to enter a sanctuary where you will receive spiritual guidance, unwavering support on our prayer wall, and speedy progress toward your destiny. Do not let this moment of destiny pass you by. Your breakthrough is waiting. Join our inner circle through the exclusive link in the description. This is how you guarantee you never miss the personalized messages and spiritual warfare tools meant to elevate your life. If you feel called to deepen your connection, the link is waiting for you in both the pinned comment and the description. For those who want to amplify this work and carry the light home, you can find our guided ebooks and Bibles in the pinned comment. Whether you join as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence and energy change the world. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.